Hi, I'm Nehemiah, and this is my photo, A Great Wave.
Nehemiah, nice to meet you, man.
Oh, nice to meet you too.
Do you want to talk to me about your picture?
Oh, my picture I took a year ago. It's talking about how quarantine affected everybody.
It's such a great picture, I love it. What's the emotion that you feel when you look at this?
Down here feels like gloomy and dark and sad, but up here makes me like happy, excited and joyful.
Do you have a name for it?
I called it The Great Wave. Up here it just talks about the top part, how happy, light and nice it is and colourful.
Because it looks like you're above the clouds, or like you're in the clouds. Such a powerful shot. What's your experience with photography?
Since quarantine, everyone's been getting into something new. I've decided to do photography.
Cool.
Yeah.
So today the plan is that we're going to go and shoot some boxing. I was going to show you a few shots for inspiration. What I love about photography is when you can take shots from the heart of the action and when you can make people feel like they're there in the moment. When I'm capturing a portrait of an athlete, is that intensity of emotion and just that sense of presence when somebody's in the moment really going for it. And also maybe some shots of like pure emotion and pure energy. And then the other thing as well that we would love to capture, little spontaneous moments that happen. What I love to do is to take photos from the heart of the action to make you feel like you're there. The ISO 6400, we're going to shoot at a slightly faster shutter speed to be able to capture that freeze frame action moment. We're shooting at like a shallower depth of field to capture that intensity of emotion. One to think about is your framing. So maybe you want to get in close on her expression. Maybe you want to like be at this height here to capture a bit more like from lower down. To capture like the intensity of her expression there. When you see you've got a great moment there and you've got the focus on her eye, that'll be a really sharp shot. That's cool.
Yeah.
So this camera allows you to be a bit further back, a bit more out of the way. Even these in-between moments here, that could be an amazing moment. You've got the natural light coming from the window there. So let's go again. And I think with this, for example, if you capture the blurred motion of her punching, and then you capture the intensity in her eyes. Maybe what we could get you to do, Rihanna, is just to hold one fist out like this. So maybe do you want to try and take a portrait, if you go in quite tight on her fist, and try and get a portrait of her eyes. What do you want to shoot now?
We could go for the ring.
Yeah,
That looks
cool.
perfect.
Yeah, perfect. With sport, I always try and think a few steps ahead when I'm shooting.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to think like where the action's going to be next. Capture the ropes as well and like get some shots through the ropes of people.
For example.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Oh yeah, that's cool, man. That's really cool. It's a nice angle, isn't it? With the ropes in the way and everything. That looks really cool. Yeah, you see from that angle there, you get that expression. See, what I would be looking for there is to see his expression and his emotion. So how much of boxing is physical and how much is mental?
It's so much more mental than people realise because everyone thinks it's just get in the ring, punch somebody in the face, don't get punched in the face. But there's the discipline. You have to understand when you do get punched in the face, you can't lose your temper. You can't just start acting wild and punching however you want to because that's not what boxing is. For me personally, when I was younger and I grew up and I learned about this discipline and I'm applying it to my life outside of the gym, you start to realise how healthy that is for you. Like even just waking up early and getting to places on time, because if I got to the gym late, the coach is making me do press-ups or it's making me run a lap around the estate. In turn, it makes me not want to be late for anything because I don't want to do no press-ups. And it makes you realise like how important it is to have good mental health and to understand your mental and to work through your problems and understand the person that you are. And boxing is what helped me do that.
So does boxing help with anxiety? Is it good for stress relief?
Anytime I feel like at edge, it makes me calm down because when I think of it, I just think of something that gets me mad and it helps me focus and calm myself down because it's like I'm taking my anger out on that rather than people. It's just a bag. For me, it's comforting to know that I can just come here, focus, get my anger out, get my stress out and feel calm after literally just having a session on the bags, literally.
So yeah, that was a really great session today, man. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I really enjoyed. Now I've learned how to take photos of people, like their emotions and everything.
What was the favourite thing about today, or what was the thing that you learnt the most from today?
Probably when we were in the ring and them two people sparring and the like, emotion of their face.
Thought it was really good how you used your height to an advantage and got some shots from like high up and also shots from low down, thinking about framing and perspective. Have you got some favourite pictures? Yeah, I love these shots, man.
Yeah,
They're
I love
great.
this one.
Why did you love that shot?
I like the photo here because you can see her exhaustion and her drinking water, all her sweat and everything you can see.
With a lot of athletes, like I say, it's great to show the behind the scenes and like how much hard work they put into it. But for me, I think it's really important that it doesn't matter what camera you've got, you can always take great shots no matter what camera you're shooting with. So like, for example, that's an awesome shot. You've just taken on a phone, that's really cool.
Yeah, this is a good shot. I like the blur effect.
And also like the skills that we learnt today, you could apply that to photography of anything, not just sport. You could apply that to music or to whatever else is going on, just to document what's around you. For me, the most important thing about photography, not to be afraid to fail and to make mistakes. I think really experience is the name that you give to your mistakes. If you just enjoy it, experiment, and just push yourself every day out of your comfort zone. The more you experiment, the more you do, the more you try, like the better your photography will get. And yeah, so just have fun and just really enjoy it.
It's been great spending time with you taking photos. Thank you very much for helping me and improving my photography.
Yeah, cool, man. Anytime.
Hello, my name's Annie and my photo is called Boredom.
Hey Annie, how's it going? I'm Jane.
Nice to meet you, Jane.
I see you brought your photo. Do you want to tell me a bit about it?
My photo was taken on the floor of my school playground. It was of a line painted. You can kind of see it in the background over here. I took it on the floor so you could see most of the line, but like it kind of fades out into the distance. My photo, it's about boredom because boredom's kind of like you're stuck, you can't do anything, you have to just stay there, don't do anything. That's kind of what my photo's about. The line's not going to go anywhere, it's going to just stay there.
That's great. How has photography helped you during the lockdown?
Photography is really free, unlike lockdown, because you have to stay at home, you have to follow the rules. Photography, you don't have to follow the rules, you can do whatever you want with it. There are different types of it, so it helped me be a bit more free.
So today I think the plan is for us to take some football action shots. And I've got some pictures here to show you for inspiration. Before the game starts, maybe we could try and get some shots of the players hanging out, of the team getting ready, having like a little chat before the game. One thing I think that's great about sports photography is that you can really capture the sort of highs and lows of a match. For example, a little moment of a goal victory or of a team losing. And then we could also maybe try and see if there's anybody watching on the sidelines. Like for example, this is a shot of some fans watching a football match. So maybe we could try and capture some of these small moments too. What I've done is I've put it on autofocus for you. So if you press it halfway, you should be able to kind of see it focusing. And then if you press it down all the way, then that takes a picture, yeah?
Right.
If you hold on with this hand, with this hand here, you can either zoom in or zoom out. So that's zooming out, zooming in. Do you want to do some tests? How's it looking?
Good.
Yeah? Cool. Should we go and get some pictures of the team relaxing? Yeah? Cool. So do you want to get a picture of this picking his friend up? That's a nice shot. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Maybe if we get in here, get a shot. Try and get a shot from a low angle. I think it's always good to try and get different framing and different angles. I think the thing with photographing sport is that it's important to experiment and just try things, you know, and it's okay if you take an accidental photo. Should we shoot from a bit lower, and then that will allow you to kind of stabilise the camera a bit more maybe. So one thing that's quite cool shooting this low is that you can like shoot through the action. So sometimes you want to focus on the action far away, but you get the other player's legs and stuff in the foreground. Sometimes it's quite a cool shot. Looking good? But this is quite cool to shoot through the actual goal itself. It's just always really cool to get other perspectives and other angles. Amazing, look at that. Oh! Oh, look at that. Amazing, you're capturing this. Yes.
Ooh, yeah, I think I
get
got
that?
a good one.
Brilliant, that's amazing, well done.
The ball's right there.
That's really cool, you're taking a great shot, really cool. Does football help at all, like your mental health and mental well-being?
So I feel this opportunity that street soccer have given me after Corona has really aided me in bettering my mental well-being. I've met new people, I've tried different things, I've bettered my ability as a footballer. When playing team sport, communication is key. And I wish to be a project manager. I like to do those sort of tasks in the future. Getting a good grasp of how to communicate with others and also leadership skills, because I tend to be playing in the middle of the pitch, so I need to be quite vocal, knowing which tone to use, how to treat different players differently. That's something that I could really take forward with me and is encompassed in me as a person. And I feel that I really owe it to the environment that I'm in and the people that I'm surrounded by.
Football really helped me. It brought us together. I'm comfortable with a lot of people that are not even around this area. It's not just a sport, like it's a good way of like working together with people, getting to know people.
Cool, so what we're going to do now is get some pictures of Mo, who's a freestyle footballer. We're going to see how close we can get to Mo as he does his tricks and see how if you can get those dynamic action shots. Yeah? Cool, let's do it. Amazing, that's awesome. Wow, look at that. Sorry. It's all right, don't worry. So I hope you enjoyed today.
Yeah.
Should we have a look through some of your photos and see how it went?
So I've got this one of someone watching the match.
That's awesome.
And then I've got some through the net.
Cool.
And then I've got more of like when the team was discussing how they were like going to like work together on their break. And then I've got more of them relaxing on the ground and stuff. And I've got like loads of shots of Mo.
That's awesome, that shot
Yeah.
here. I think what I really love about these shots is that they show like a real depth of field. You've got the trainer in the foreground and you've got Mo in the background doing all the action.
Yep.
And then also I love the framing when you're shooting low and shooting into the sky. And then you get a lot of like action, a lot of drama, a lot of emotion. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Thank you.
What feeling do you get looking at that photo?
Well, it's like excitement, power, like lots of happiness, vibrant like feelings.
A bit more positive than the
Yeah.
boring photo.
Yes.
What do you think you learned from today? What was the biggest thing you learned from today?
Well, I learned that angles are a major part of photos and they really can change the definition and the meaning behind them.
Yep.
I've learned to take some down below, up high, and it shows so much you can change about a photo, just an angle. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you've had fun today, and it just kind of shows you can take pictures of all sorts of things. I hope it's been inspiring.
Definitely.
And just get out there, experiment, have fun, and just enjoy it.
Photography, no rules.
Cool. So I've got a task for you guys watching at home. Your task is to capture an action shot, freeze frame it, and label it with an emotion. So have fun with it. Good luck.
Mental health is not just all in our minds. Our brains and bodies are connected through a complex network of systems, which is why we feel our feelings, like a racing heart or tingles down our spine. Doing sports or moving to capture motion on camera can really help when we're struggling with our mental health. Movement makes us breathe deeper, release tension, and receive boosts of serotonin and dopamine, which makes us feel good and motivates us to do more. Plus, being part of a team helps us play to our strengths, get support for our weaknesses, and help each other towards shared goals.